We've survived. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome this evening to Nocturnal Frequency Radio. And of course, we don't have a scheduled guest this weekend due to the long weekend here in Canada, but decided to have some fun and just have an open, dark discussions on, hey, the paranormal. Why not? The paranormal. Yeah. So if you are skeptical, I invite it. If you believe in everything, I invite it. If you're a demon hunter, I invite it. Anyways, let's invite these guys in here. Hey, Jeff.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey,
Demon Gordon. How you doing, buddy?
doing all right. You?
Good. Jeff, this is Gord, Dr. Demon Gord.
How's it going, Jeff?
how's it going, though, Gord?
So far, so good.
I'm doing good over here as well. Sunshine
Oh,
and
I hear you. It's about time nice weather arrived.
yep.
Yeah. Gord, Jeff's in Quebec. He's a
It's okay. Quebec gets good weather too. Don't go there. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
So how are we all doing this evening, guys?
Tired. Did a lot outside. Washed.
Yep.
Cleaned the pool and getting it started for the season.
How about you,
Sorry,
Gord?
my daughter was talking at the same moment. The studio is still with all my 3D printing equipment, and the studio is getting done. So
Yeah, you should see. Jeff, when you have time. You should show Gord some of the stuff you've done.
oh man, you should see the latest that I did.
Well, I
Okay,
want to
I'm
see it.
curious.
Yeah,
Well, give me 1 second, all right?
yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
I'll I'll
yeah, yeah. He just picked up a new 3D printer, and it's he's been doing some really cool shit, man.
All right, on. That's a cool thing.
Yeah, cool. So, how are you doing? How are you
I'm
enjoying
doing all
this
right.
long weekend?
Just a whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of nothing.
Today I sat outside, did nothing, had a couple beers, barbecued some burgers. Now here I am.
Well, hey, man, like I said, I've been working all weekend, so I mean, I even worked this morning for a few hours, and just went out and bought some new fucking patio furniture. We needed some, like literally, it was rusting apart.
Oh no way.
So spent the morning or the afternoon putting that together. So yeah, so when you do come over again, you'll have a better seat, hopefully.
A brand new seat.
A brand new
Steve, your
seat.
your microphone might be off because your sound is very muffled.
Is it muffled? How's that?
No.
No.
Okay, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Let me just fix this. How's that? How's
One more
that?
time.
Yeah, you got yeah.
Good. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, I wanted to say hello to Dom, hello to Rawside, Steven. Yeah, this is
I uh I
the
sent
latest.
I sent Dom the link too. If he
Oh,
wanted to
okay, no
pop in,
worries.
he's more than welcome to pop in. I sent him in Facebook Messenger there. So
I'm still doing tests. I did this one. 95% of his supposed to be size because 100% it's gonna fit on a face.
that is so that is so cool.
All right, on.
That is so cool.
Japanese
Ah,
style kind of I don't know, samurai kind of mask.
Yeah.
And you get even the holes to put a string on it. So
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
I sand it and I'm gonna clear it so it's gonna be like all black and shiny. And the next one I'm doing it's gonna be two colors. It's gonna be clear blue on top and a
yeah,
clear red on the bottom. It's gonna be kind of the same style of mask, but the top part's gonna be one color, the bottom part's gonna be another color.
yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks.
I like that.
They're awesome. When I saw the finished product, and I still have a little bit of sanding to do
Yeah.
here and there, but
So when you sand shit, what do you use? Just what do you use to sand it? Sandpaper? Like what do you use
uh,
to sand it? Is there special?
a figure file
Oh, a finger file
for the moment.
for the moment.
But I'm checking in hobby shops like for miniature sanders and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, and
Uh oh. Uh oh. Gord. What is
oh,
Gord? What is Gord doing now? Gord. Oh. Oh.
I
uh,
love the figures back there. I love your figures, Gord.
My
They're
collectibles.
Yeah, they're awesome. And what is fun about the 3D printer,
Go
I can
on.
go get files of those characters, print them, build them up, and paint them myself.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
That's a cool thing.
I did a little bust of the Joker.
Right? Yeah.
It's oh man, I can't wait to paint it. It's really awesome. Yeah, some files are really out of this world, man. It's
Yeah.
incredible what you can do nowadays with those 3D printers.
Yeah. It's
It's
definitely come a
fascinating.
long way.
well,
Yep,
yeah.
and they're more affordable. That's the cool part of it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm
chrome
just
teeth. Yeah, all the chrome teeth. That could be really really cool. I'm still thinking about. I was more thinking about like clearing, like doing a clear fume, clear glossy, but yeah, metallic teeth and the ring and
yeah.
the rest of it clear.
That's
That
pretty cool, man. So what? You just stumbled upon that online, like that design. Where did you find that design?
just going around on websites. I found a guy. He designs. That's all. The only thing he does are Japanese style samurai masks, and
Oh,
that's where I got the file of the mask that it's in two parts,
yeah,
and the guy has incredible freaking designs. He's awesome. He designs and draws everything, and he sells the STL files, and they're about like $15 to $20 each, and it's pretty
for the
affordable
file. And
just
so
for the file.
so this is something you input you input into the 3D printer.
Exactly. Well, when you buy the printer, you have a USB drive that you have um, software
Okay.
to import your STL file into the software,
Yeah.
and you do what they call it a slice, because it's gonna slice your design, so it's gonna do exactly what you're going to do. So I can't print this out of thin air, so I have to put supports. So I have to draw all the supports under the mask and everything. I have to angle the mask properly to for it to fit on the printing plate.
Yeah.
So there's lots of adjustments, and at the end you click on slice. When he slices your design, your file is ready to put in the printer. It's now it's in PXL file, I think,
Yeah.
and sometimes I hate that freaking font. Yeah, so it transforms it into the file that goes into the machine,
yeah.
and there you go. You just press on play, and that you see the little platter that plunges into the resin, and it starts and it goes up. this print was a 10-hour print.
A 10-hour print.
10-hour
Wow.
print. The two-part mask is gonna be a 11-hour print and a
Yeah.
13 or 12-hour print for the other one.
Jeez.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's pretty cool. I mean, I was looking into a 3D printer, but I don't know, man.
They,
You have to have a lot of patience with them. I mean,
well,
I'm not good at patience.
I I'm not a patient guy. I'm
No.
far from that, and that's gonna help me with my patience.
Oh, okay.
Um, when you start your machine, the only thing you have to think about is, do I have enough resin in my platter? That's the
Yeah.
only thing you have to think about. And when your printing plate goes down, the first light or the first kind of print you see on your little screen has to be your bottom plate. And if in your first layer your screen doesn't show anything, well, the light is not shining, so the resin is not hardening.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing you have to take care of. And afterwards, you just leave it, and
Just leave it alone.
leave it alone. And when it's over, the printing plate goes up, and you just left to stick it up and wash it, cure it on with UV light, and sand it, paint it, and sell it or wear it. Whatever you want to do with it. There's lots of stuff. There's so much designs that you can do, and even you can take a design. I don't know, the coffin for a spirit box.
Well, I was
Well,
gonna say, when are you gonna make your first? When are you gonna make your first paranormal tool?
I'm thinking about, first of all, printing a skull and
Yeah.
making a rampart out of a skull. So
Oh,
Yes.
that's pretty cool. A REM pod out of a skull.
yeah, with red lights for the eyes, and probably another light in the skull itself. I don't know, something like that. I know my friend Dom has one. He's got
Yeah,
a kick-ass skull rampart. It's really awesome.
I
But
bet.
yeah, I'll probably print one like with black resin like that, and
Yeah,
make it like a black skull and paint it and put lights. Yeah.
that is neat. I mean, I don't have it up here. Oh, I do. The only thing that I do is
That's awesome. That's out of clay?
yep,
Well done.
Wow. Wow.
almost looks real, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God. So you hand carve every, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, patience with that guy, and I kind of lost patience because I kind of I lost he that actually flipped its lid, so I had to fix it. I had to fix it. So
Oh, that's really
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. It takes quite a while to do shit like that, but that's pretty cool, man. 3D printer, like I said, I'm intrigued. I'm
And I'll
intrigued.
probably print, like, if you want, like, oh, can you print me, I don't know, a design of, you have your, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so
Yeah,
you want Darth Vader's helmet as a 3D print, but you want to paint it yourself. So you asked me, Jeff, can you 3D print like a bust of Darth Vader?
yeah, but
I'll show you what designs, and you say, okay, I want that design. I'll buy the file and print it for you. I'll send it to you,
it
and you
is
paint it.
it is the resin's pretty expensive though, isn't it?
No, For
Really?
a kilo of resin is about the most expensive I saw was about $45. And with
Wow.
a kilo, you can print a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. I just wanted to show Gord. Gord, take a look at the logo on this glass.
Hey, that looks good.
Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
Angry chair. What I wanted to, because I've mentioned it to you, Jeff. I've mentioned this place to you, and I want because Gord's been there. He's experienced this place. So Gord, tell Jeff a little bit about your time at the Spruce Lane farmhouse.
Mm.
It's been quite the adventure the couple of times I've been there. Some of the spots, like I tend not to say things out loud during an investigation,
Mm.
but there's been a few matches in this investigation. Like, for example, in the attic, multiple people have felt cold spots in the same area. We had that weird piece of video footage that we had that we couldn't explain.
I think I can load it up too, but go ahead.
Sitting at the bottom of the stairs in the house itself, on two separate years, both me and Alex felt nausea sitting at the bottom of the stairs. It's just really weird. Now, this footage here, there was two of us up there, and we thought we were following a child around because it kept moving. But this is what the stationary camera captured.
And this is a full spectrum camera, by the way. And as you can see, it's sort of picking something up in the middle that I no matter what I could not explain.
It's very unique at this place. Sometimes there's activity, other times it's just dead. No pun intended. It's just a quiet, comfortable old house. It's just little things happen here and there at this location that keeps you coming back for interest.
So basically, in the infrared and the high res, you could not see this particular. I don't know what to call it. Can you see it, Jeff? Can you see what I'm saying?
I'll put it on the white screen. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
And
see it right there on the bottom.
yeah. So I mean, it wasn't showing up. It was only showing up in full spectrum, and as you can see, people walking by, it kind of disappears.
Hmm.
They walk by the camera, and then all of a sudden it starts up again.
It was very, very weird that day.
Yeah. And that's what I was thinking, right? You know what? The more I look at this, Gord, I think the more I'm looking at this,
Right.
the more I'm thinking that perhaps what's happening is the full spectrum is grabbing onto the objects in the background. So
Is that what?
this is when I put it into infrared, and as you can see, the which was kind
Yeah,
of weird.
it's
Well, that
kind
would
of
make
weird.
sense if it's struggling to focus.
Yeah, but you would see the same kind of waving on the lamp as well.
Yeah.
Like if the sensor would have an issue, the lamp would do the same kind of wave pattern.
So I'm not like I said. I've been
It could be a sensor issue because
most likely I'm thinking it probably has something to do with the sensor. But let me just fast forward again. So as you can see, it fills right up. Yeah, it could be a sensor.
but it's really bizarre.
Yeah. And this particular camera would not do this anywhere else. It just, for some odd reason, it was doing it in this area alone.
Right
And
there.
as you can see, it's filling up now.
Yeah. And
Right.
you're coming in.
Such a weird piece of footage.
And then it starts up
And then
again. So am I, does it have something to do with the objects in the background, a sensor? Who knows? But it's
Could
just
it try to be focusing like on that back part?
That's what I mean. Is it trying to focus on the objects in the back? I don't know. But anyways, there you go. There's the like I said, it's an odd piece of footage.
It's really weird because you see the waving, and when you see lights coming in, it disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the green diesel, like an energy buildup.
Yeah, like an energy buildup, exactly. So yeah, go ahead, Gord. Continue, because I mean, we got sidetracked with that.
Yeah.
That we do, and then there was the piece of evidence that you captured, Steve, where what we would call the living room, kind of, they had their funerals there too.
Yeah.
And you did capture that cough by the fireplace.
And I can play it. Hold on, let me just load it up.
Look at you. You just got everything all queued up and ready to go, don't you?
Well, I have them on the hard drive, so I can add it, right?
Yeah.
I got the exterior hard drive, so I just got to make sure I get the right one. Let's see. Back. Where are we? So many of them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Is it this? There's actually a couple of them, but let me just see if this is the one I'm thinking of. Let me just.
But yeah, well, I was looking like everybody that. Go ahead.
But here's one example. Okay, hold on. Let me just. Okay, so I got two examples. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, here we go. So I'm loading. I'm going to load two of them up because I've got another example of coughing from a newer. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to turn it right up. And here we go. Here we go. Though this is the one that Gord is talking about.
That's the beauty of Victoria. It doesn't have to go together.
Yeah, I get.
That one's the
So Jeff, what you're hearing is us in the dining room area, which is across the main hallway where the stairway is. Okay. And the recorder is in the parlor room, the front parlor room on the mantel, the fireplace.
Okay.
And nothing's being. Another phenomenon in that house is doors banging. It sounds like doors banging, but what you hear is you're hearing people talking. Then all of a sudden you hear what sounds like somebody's coughing and clearing their throat right there. Okay, so here you go. I'll play it again.
only one I didn't hear.
That was more upstairs. It wasn't. No.
That's the beauty of Victoria. It doesn't have to
Coughing
go
is
together.
in the same room.
No.
That one's the only one I didn't hear.
That was more upstairs. It wasn't like you know.
See, we react to the bang, but not to the coughing. There you go.
That's the beauty of Victoria. It doesn't have to go together.
Yeah, I get. Wasn't
That one's the only one I didn't hear.
that
Right before the coughing, near the recorder, you hear something
Play it
like
again.
somebody's playing with the recorder or touching it or something close by.
Could be. Hold on. And again, I will stress there was nobody in the room with this recorder. Nobody.
Yeah,
that
and,
was
and,
more
and what I was
upstairs. It wasn't
telling
like, you
in the
know,
room, it's like it's
no.
coughing in the same room as the recorder.
That's the beauty of Victoria. It doesn't have to go together.
Yeah, I get. Wasn't
That one's the only one I didn't hear.
that was more upstairs. It wasn't like you know we were hearing it. No.
It was like a stump. It
Yeah.
was like a foot stumping on the ground.
Look at there's trouble. Here's trouble. Here's trouble. Look at here's trouble. Hey Dom, how are you?
Hi guys,
What's up?
how's it going?
Dom, this is Gord, Dr. Demon Gord.
How are
Gord,
you?
this is Dom. Okay, we'll play for Dom. Dom, let's get your
Sorry,
thoughts. Okay?
sorry, I was there at the beginning, but I had to do something in the house. So
No problem.
Yeah.
We'll play this again for let's hear what Dom thinks. Oh wait.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of Victoria. It doesn't have to go together.
Yeah, I get.
Okay, hold on a sec. Just we got it midway.
Wasn't
That one's the only one I didn't hear.
that was more upstairs. It wasn't like you know we were hearing it. No.
Okay, here we go. Here's the beginning.
That's the beauty of Victoria. It doesn't have to go together.
Yeah, I get. Wasn't
That one's the only one I didn't hear.
that was more upstairs. It wasn't like you know we were hearing it. No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dom. Go ahead.
okay, way before you said we're about midpoint. It's about to start. You can hear a stomp.
You
What I'm
hear that
thinking-
bang, right?
Yeah, but hold on. What I'm thinking of of that bang, it looks like, you know, when you have a heavy load in your hands,
Yeah.
and it just drops your hands and goes like one shot. It
That?
looks like that, but also I hear airplanes in the back.
You hear airplanes. You might be hearing that from my place. I got my window open, so you might hear
No,
that.
I mean on the recording, if you listen properly, you'll
Okay.
hear an airplane passing in that sequence.
Interesting. Okay, I'll play it again.
right before the stump, I think you hear another but really faint stump, like you have 2 foot like doing boom.
And the crazy thing about that stump or door slamming, whatever you want to call it, it's a phenomena in this house. It's a constant thing. Constant.
Just brackets. Thought. If the cough was to get your attention, but it didn't hear that, so he kind of stepped his foot on the ground to
And
stomp
as-
on the ground to let
Yes.
you know.
Yes. And yeah, exactly.
I hear another footstep right before the loud one.
Yeah.
Don't forget even us as human beings, if you want to get the attention of somebody, let's say we're in the same house, okay, and I want to get one of you guys, hey guys, come and see that. If you don't understand, I'm going to shout a little bit louder. If you do not understand, obviously, if you're not lazy, you're going to walk and say, hey guys, I'm calling you, come and see what I have there. But some will knock on the door or knock on the wall, say, "Hey, come down." My kids they do that a lot here in the house. They will bang on the floor to tell the other kid to come up to the room and stuff like that. So it could be a way of, like Jeff is saying, scare the cops. You didn't react, so he's trying to get your attention, like
Yeah.
in another way.
And the
Makes
funny,
sense.
yeah, it does. And the funny thing is, and you can see, you can hear, they no reaction to the cough, but there is a reaction to the thump.
To the
Mhm.
thumb. Yeah.
Right? We'll play it again. I'll play it again. Here we go.
That's the beauty of Victoria.
Press play to
It
pause
doesn't
2
have to
seconds.
go
See.
together.
Okay, bring it back. Bring it back. Way before that cough, you'll hear the walking.
Remember, I told you that I heard something right before the cough. That's what I heard. It's
listen,
like
listen. A couple of seconds just before it goes. You're gonna hear toom toom.
like
You're gonna hear
footsteps.
two distinct.
Yes.
Small,
You're going to
small
hear
sounds.
boom, boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
just before the cough.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That's the beauty of Victoria. It doesn't have to go together.
Yeah, I get. Who's the decorator doesn't fit right now? Wasn't
That one's the only one I didn't hear.
that was more upstairs. It wasn't like the one was doing here. No.
Okay, here we go again.
That's the beauty of Victoria. It doesn't have to go together.
Yeah, I get. Who's the decorator doesn't fit right now? Wasn't
Okay. Before the coughing, you're gonna hear two stomps. You hear the coughing, you're gonna hear two faint stomps, like Jeff is saying. You're gonna hear toom toom after the cough also. Then you're gonna hear the loud bang. But now it just remind me of something. It remind me of my the grandparents' house. They had an old farm in Ontario and stuff like that, and they had those windows. You know those windows you put up and down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those windows, when you bring them down, it goes all the
What,
time.
like the storm windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, not the front ones.
No,
You
the
know,
guillotine
ones,
one.
and you had a rope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You had a rope
Oh,
on
yeah,
them
yeah. Yeah.
with a small,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I don't have the name.
There's a
tonight.
lock in the middle. We called it the guillotine.
Yeah,
window.
like we had in school back in the days of school. We lift them. After that, it was on the sideways. We had to lift them, but before it was like that, and you had the lock in the middle. The loud thump looks like it just brought me back. As soon as I was listening, like real deep, it brought me back memories at the farm. But you clearly hear in the thing on my side, I clearly hear two walking, like thump thump, small ones. You hear the cough. You hear two more small ones, like Jeff was saying, after the cough, and then you hear the loud bang. So is he walking to the window to get your attention, and then the loud bang?
Could be.
Could it be?
Could be.
I wasn't there, so I did. You know, we're going.
So okay. So scenario. This is an old farmhouse that's been updated to. It's now a museum to show you what it was like to live on a farm, 1899 to 1900. What it was like to live on a farm. So basically, one of the main owner, Henry Bracken, he passed away. He had a lung issue. When he passed away. And so anyhow, it's not uncommon that you get here. I'll play another one. This is from another investigation. Here is Henry coughing again. Listen.
Okay.
And
On
it's a
the
deep cough, like somebody's have
yeah,
like
on
cough.
the first cough, you hear the first cough. Okay.
Yeah.
Then listen properly. You'll hear two faint the walking tongues.
Okay, here we go.
Right after the first one.
Oh wait.
Hmm.
But there you go. There's another example of him coughing.
Wow. What did he had? Tuberculosis or
They don't know because of again he died. They back then they really didn't know. Was it lung cancer? It might have been lung cancer.
they called it everything but lung
But
cancer back then.
exactly.
My paternal grandmother passed away. They said of the Spanish flu. She
Yeah,
passed away in the 50s, and the Spanish flu was far from cure in the 50s,
yep.
but probably it was lung cancer because my grandmother was a real strong smoker.
But that again. That's a phenomenon that happens quite often. Let's just see. What's this one here?
Wow.
I've got so much from this place, man. It's let me just make sure. I guess. So tell me what you hear with this one. This one you gotta listen. You hear some talking, but there's something going on while the talk is going on.
I hear come here. Yeah, come here.
You still hear somebody breathing in that sequence. Yes, Jeff is right. You hear a young woman or yeah, a young girl say, "Come here," but you can still hear her breathing.
Hmm.
You guys simply don't hear.
Is that the place where you're doing B-roll and you heard some French speaking?
Yep, same place, buddy. Same place.
Because I hear to come here, but I'm just trying to find out like a
So
French word.
Hold
kind
on.
of kind of go like think of it like this: a girl or a young woman is going. It's just simply like almost like a
Jeff, a lady. Hold on, a lady in French. Now you're talking about French. I wasn't paying attention to French. If you listen properly, hold on. I just want to be sure. Jeff,
Come here, or I'm here, or what do you hear in French?
just before come here, you hear a young lady in French say "Pas tout de suite."
okay. Okay, so okay, so here, what is she saying here? What is she saying? If it's the same woman, here we go.
Okay, she's
I hear
doing a
vous
prayer,
avez,
and
you
she,
have.
okay, go Jeff. Sorry.
I hear vous avez, but when the camera like cracks,
Correct.
I lose that part. I don't. I just have the first part. Vous avez, you have.
It
You're,
looks it okay. It looks like somebody that's back in the days, farm days. A lot of people were before bed they would get on their knees and say prayers. It
yeah,
looks it,
exactly.
it looks like a lady saying a prayer in French. Jeff is right because vous avez. So it looks like they're saying of a narration to Mary, the Virgin Mary.
Okay, so
Notre-Dame qui est aux
okay,
cieux, que votre nom soit sanctifié, que votre règne
okay,
vienne.
so okay,
Yeah.
let me just
So
make sure I get the right one.
listen back again. You'll see,
Yeah.
and put yourself in the mind of somebody back in those days on their knees praying.
Okay, here's the actual video. Here's the actual video of it, and I brought the audio up in the second part, but here's the original audio.
Ave Maria, vous êtes pleine de grâce.
Is that what you think she says?
I hear vous avez maintenant. You have now. Vous avez maintenant, but it's what follows that I can't really put my finger on it.
Basically it's a prayer. I think it's a prayer to Maria, but it could be what we call in French here in Quebec, Notre Père. Vous êtes plein de
Okay.
grâce.
Yeah, but I hear you have. It's vous avez and it's really it's hard, but it's French. That's for sure. It's French.
For sure, you have French. You have a French EVP
Yeah.
there. For sure. Hold on.
Yeah, I
There's
remember.
a man. There's a man in the background also talking.
Well, that's downstairs. We're down. So I had my camera guy go and document the whole house before we went in and did our investigation. Right. I always have that. I have somebody go in and document it visually, and then all of a sudden, as he goes upstairs and he centers in on this portrait. And then as he's about to move away from the portrait, you hear the singing. But you could hear us downstairs still in the background, right? That's what you're hearing.
Song. Could be a song also.
A
She could be
song,
singing
a
a song
rhyme,
of that time because I hear
nursery
vous avez
rhyme.
maintenant et certainement. You have now and certainly. So could be a song or because it's the last part after the certainly that it's kind of like just mumbling. but she could be singing something. She could be singing a prayer, singing an M,
Quite possibly.
because I know
But
that
that's definitely French. No,
because I know that in the late 19th century, early 20th, um, there were some Catholics
Yeah.
that to kind of when they went to church, there was like,
Yeah.
yes, in Latin, but mostly Catholics were at the base French speaking people, but not to be being uh, seen badly in the community. They would speaking French, but at church or probably at home, they would be speaking in French.
All
Because
right. Here.
I know that the high society, the language was French, because Benjamin Franklin and uh, Thomas Jefferson were perfectly bilingual. They were speaking French because everything in Europe was in French, mostly. Even the kings of England were speaking French at a certain period of time. Unfortunately,
Okay.
yeah.
Here we go. What do you think of this one? Here we go. Here we go.
Somebody who's having a hard time reading. 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 Somebody who's having a hard time reading.
I hear you. Right after you ask your question.
Here's another version of it.
It's like a kid is inspecting the recorder and it's laughing because it's finding it funny.
You hear a breathing. Steve is gonna ask a question. You're gonna hear a breathing. Then you're gonna hear a lady say yes. Then you're gonna hear breathing again.
There's laughing. There's laughing before the yes.
There's also a kid. Yes, there's also a kid inside that EVP.
There's somebody who's having a hard time breathing. There's somebody who's having a hard time breathing.
Oh my God. Okay. I kind of hearing this a situation. It's like, is there somebody here who having a hard time breathing? I hear like somebody say is doing like, yes, and somebody else is laughing about the joke. It's like two people, two different voices.
In that laughing, you're gonna hear also somebody choke. like trying to catch her breath,
Yeah,
and you
but
hear.
the person that answered is like not the person that died of the lung problem. It's like somebody's pranking you or exploiting you. Like
Sorry, guys.
the
That's okay.
person who passed away of the lung problem is laughing at the other spirit that's probably pulling your chain. I don't know. That's the situation that I'm hearing.
And it's easy. I'll play one more, and this one is very faint. Okay, but I'll tell you that's what plays out in this place. It's very subtle, but it's there.
Wow.
It's there, but Gord, tell these guys about your experience that you had similar to Alex's experience. And by the way, Alex might pop in here.
You just never know with that guy.
Yeah.
But no, we were talking about the stairs earlier.
Yes.
So everybody was running around doing their own thing. So I thought I would just stop and have a seat on the stairs, kind of, just zone out and see what happens. As I was sitting there, I started to feel more and more nauseous to the point where I wanted to vomit.
Hmm.
I got up, I moved away from there, nothing. The following year, without telling Alex, Alex sits in the same spot, also starts to feel nauseous. Was it the following year or the year after that we had the tool to measure?
Well, we had Richard Palmisano come in with his He had his tri meter, and he was in that area, and it was going off the charts, and there was nothing that would set it off. I mean, no junction, no electrical lines, nothing that should set it off the way it was going off.
But it was very odd that there was a year's space in between two of us sitting in that spot, but both suffering pretty much the same symptoms at the end. Alex turned into more of a migraine. Mine was more of a stomach nausea. But either way, it was still an ill feeling. Just to be sitting on some carpeted stairs in a house.
Yeah. Okay, here's...
Gord, you're probably not the kind of guy who gets scared at random things. I think, right?
Gord is very skeptical. Gord is very he's very skeptical with a lot of shit, man.
So, because something similar happened to me while I was in Hinsdale at the Hinsdale house.
Oh yeah,
I was there for my second investigation, and I'm a Canadian veteran. I went to Bosnia in '95. I went as a UN peacekeeper, so
right.
it takes a lot to scare the shit out of me now.
Yes.
And when I went to Hinsdale, I started feeling really sick. I started sweating. I started feeling like I was starting a cold, like a good flu.
Right.
And I paid with my friends to investigate there, and I wanted to do something in the woods. And I was so affected physically that I didn't investigate. I slept.
Okay.
And I was even wondering, do I go and rent a hotel and go back to Quebec tomorrow, or what the heck am I doing? So I told the guys, tonight I'm sleeping it up, and I'll manage tomorrow morning. Next morning I wake up, fresh as a rose, nothing.
Really?
Yep, I was
That's a little bizarre. Yeah.
I wasn't coming investigating again, because the last time I was there,
right,
the first time I was there, I was doing an Estes method, and during the Estes method, I heard tracks like a freaking APC was coming, or a tank was like passing back into the living room, and it shook me because it brought me back to Bosnia.
Oh, I bet.
And I went right back into my Estes. I said, "Oh, you want to play hardball? All right." And I went right back to it. Like, I'm not afraid of it. So the only way to affect somebody that is not scared of anything would be physical.
Yeah. Now,
That's my take.
I can relate to that. I had an experience. I haven't told a lot of people about this because it's your typical, shall we say, teenager behavior. So my parents used to tell me that the ghost of their dead best friend used to haunt the house. Being a teenager and a skeptic, you're like, yeah, whatever. You're full of shit. This doesn't happen. So the one night I go downstairs to the kitchen to get myself a snack. I'm about 16, 17 years old, where you know everything and you're the best. I come down the stairs and I look up, and the ceiling fan in the dining room is spinning very, very slowly, like maybe 1 to 2 revolutions every 10, 20 seconds. It's me being cocky. I'm like, whatever, ghost, go fuck yourself. Next thing you know, I'm 6'2". I'm a heavy set dude, but I felt something coming at me, and next thing you know, my entire body felt frozen. This is the one time I will admit, 6'2", turned, burned up the stairs, flew into bed, buried himself under the blankets, and didn't come out until the morning. That freaked me out like no other. So going forward, when I became an adult and I started doing paranormal investigations, now I know that when I get a feeling like that, there is something that I need to try to explain. So there are still instances that really do freak me out. Like, as a skeptic, when there's something I cannot prove, I get an adrenaline rush. I become addicted. I want to know more. I want to know how this just happened. I've never seen a ghost. I don't know if you guys have seen a full-bodied apparition ever.
Well, we think we saw one, but
Okay. That
my
no, hold on.
This is a different story.
It was not.
This is fucked up. Okay. Okay, this is a duo. Me and Jeff.
Yeah,
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Me and Jeff, we were doing an investigation in the cemetery.
No,
on the
we're doing a walk. You invited me to one of your walks in the cemetery.
No, I'm talking about.
When we saw the apparition, you were doing
No,
a
it
walk
was-
in the.
it was a small investigation, not.
Oh,
not
I
really
thought
a
you were
walk.
doing a walk in France.
No,
and
man.
Okay.
Surprise.
So we're doing
Well-
like a small investigation. If you want a walk, I'm explaining the history and stuff. We stopped
Right.
at a small, Jesus Christ,
Little great.
tombstone. There's a little girl buried in that cemetery. Her name is Maggie. She's very responsive, talks a lot and stuff like that. So we're asking questions, vice versa. She's making the machines go off
Right.
on cue on demand. All of a sudden, there's a small road next to that tombstone that goes
Right.
to another road that you can, walk around in the cemetery.
Right.
So all of a sudden, I see a lady there, and she's going like,
We all
Really?
saw her at the same time. I'm
Yes.
facing the tombstone. My camera's in front of me. I have a couple of cameras set up, but all of a sudden she appears out of nowhere. We all turn, and there's about 8 of us.
Right.
we
And
had
we all
people.
turned
We had
around
people
and-
in the back. They said, "I don't know where she," and they were right in front of that road. So
Yeah.
basically, whatever comes on that road, you would see it in your face. They said they never saw that lady appear. She didn't say one word whatsoever. Not hi,
Right.
bye, or something. Nothing. Just waved the hand to us. Start walking, and while she did like a turn to go take a straight narrow, Jeff
Right.
goes to me, Dom, she's not walking. She's fucking floating.
Oh yeah.
I go, I know.
Shit, eh?
So I go
yeah.
running after her, and when I say running, I mean running. So I go
Yeah.
running after her. The time, it's like 5-10 seconds. That I start running after her. She's like 300 feet in front of me.
Okay.
I take a big military flashlight that it could light up a city.
Yep.
I
Yep.
flash it on the lady to see where she's going, and she vanished in front of me.
Oh, no way.
I told Jeff, I go, what the fuck? She just vanished.
It's just the time like she goes, and when I look at her go away,
Right.
and I'm so mesmerized by her that I don't even take my camera to film. My camera's
Yeah.
still filming Maggie's grave, but I think I have another camera filming like the group, and
Right.
I will have to check if she appears on that footage, but
It's
it's like something was telling us, "Don't grab your camera." I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Just
And
enjoy the moment.
yeah, and as long as she's walking, and I'm like, she's not walking, she's floating. And Dom dashes, and by the time he dashes, she should be
like just
less
a
than
couple of
about
feet, a couple of
Yeah.
feet in
about
front of me. She's like
she should be
300.
about 50 meters in front of him.
Yeah.
But she's about 100 meters in front of him. And when he pops the flashlight up, she kind of walks, but vanishes walking.
Right.
And
And
That's
Dom
disappeared.
craziness.
just drops the flashlight, turns around, and said, "Dude, she vanishes." That's the only
Wow.
thing he said.
And the
Yeah.
road she took is
Right.
is the road to go out of the cemetery. So it's a straight narrow, and you
Yeah.
have only two small places to turn. She had passed the first one to turn when I flashed her with my flashlight.
Right.
Then
That's
after that,
craziness.
she didn't
I
even have the time to get to the second turn, and she vanished away. But what's funny on that night too, with the small group, one of
Oh
the
my
guys forgot
God.
his bag in the
Oh, no.
cemetery.
Right.
I know that cemetery because it's the most haunted mountain in North America for a lot of different stories.
It's
And there's
Right.
black magic in that cemetery and stuff like that. So he
Right.
goes, I'm going to go alone to get my bag. I go, the hell no. I'm going to go with you. I don't want he's 18 years old, so I don't want his mother that's with me kill me because her son's not coming.
Exactly.
So we go down the same path we just passed through, and that lady passed. We're going down. All of a sudden, we get in front of what we call the military
Okay.
field section. Right, military field is on. Let's say I'm going this way, that pathway.
Right.
Military field
Yep.
is this side. On the other side, right in front, out of I don't know where, German Shepherd appeared to us, started barking at us, ran all the way down to where the small girl was, stopped
Right.
there, froze like
Okay.
didn't do nothing, and we're like, "What the fuck just happened?" When
Yeah.
we're seeing that, the dog is coming back to us, barking and yapping.
Yeah.
I said to the guy, if the dog's coming, I'm kicking him in the jaw. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt the
No,
animal.
under that circumstance, I get it.
That dog if he's coming after us. So he just passed us, went further than where I said that you could take the first turn to go inside the cemetery. He went
Right.
inside there, and that dog also disappeared.
Wow, that's intense.
But the thing is, at the beginning of the cemetery to the military cemetery, if you scream from there or a dog barks, they will hear it on top. They never heard whatsoever sound of a dog. So,
Wow.
like I said, this cemetery is like really special. You're muted, Jeff.
So
Yeah, it's
Place.
one crazy place. Yeah.
One
see, I've had
crazy-
an experience like that, but not an apparition. Four of us were at the bottom of a hill, and at the top of the hill, we were literally watching a shadow figure dance between two trees. We must have stood there and watched it because four of us at the bottom of the hill, and we're just staring at it, looking at each other, going, "Are you seeing that? Yeah, I'm seeing it. Are you seeing it?" Four of us saw it. So eventually we just got to the point where we had to answer the question. Is that real? Is that just somebody screwing around with us? So we did one of these on the three. Two of them took us up the hill, and one of the flashlight you were talking about there, Dom. One of these million candle powered flashlights.
Mm-hmm.
I cranked that. The shadow is nowhere to be seen, and the two guys got to the top of the hill, and there was no one up there running,
A lot of times,
and it was just gone.
a lot of times I had another experience. I went to North Carolina to Bentonville. Bentonville was the last stand of the Confederates army. So it was a battle as worse as Gettysburg, but less talk than Gettysburg. So I go there. go to investigate the battlefield. And there's a house, a farmhouse that was on the battlefield that is still there today. You can visit it and stuff. The Confederates, the
Yeah.
Union took it as a hospital. The family that lived in that house used to live on the second floor, so we're allowed to tour in the house. So I'm going in the house, and we're at the place where they did the hospital, what they call triage, then the operating room, then the once they cut your leg or arm, they put you in another room to rest and stuff like that. So I'm doing the tours of that, and I'm going upstairs, and something tells me, maybe you shouldn't go upstairs. So I said, nah, what the hell? I'm going upstairs anyway. So I'm going upstairs, doing tours in the, in the space quarters of the family. All of a sudden, I feel sick.
Okay.
And when I say sick, I want to throw up. I'm not feeling good. I have a pain right behind my head.
Oh, no way. Okay.
And so I'm freaking out. And all of a sudden, all I could taste is lead and blood in my mouth.
Lead and blood.
So I said, I need to get out of the house. I get out of the house, and the tour guide that was there she sees me puke outside, so she comes to see me and says, "Are you okay?" I go, "No." I go, "I have a freaking pain behind my head here. I feel like lead and blood inside my mouth." She goes, "Where were you in the house?" I go, "Upstairs." I tell her that. She goes, "Yes, a soldier got shot in the head there."
Oh, no way.
Wow.
What? So since
So
that,
you have that
I've
feeling.
been. Oh, Steve just.
Whoa, Steve just dropped.
Steve just left. I don't get it. He runs away on his own show. I don't know what's happening. You scared him with your story. Way to go, Dom. You happy?
Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. You're muted.
Sorry, but
Oh, wait. Is he coming back?
I didn't mean to scare you. But yeah, so since that day, I have a fixation to go back to Bedensville to investigate. Another thing that's in the woods, there are trenches because there was battle in the woods. We went there
nice.
night 10. I got in the woods, and all of a sudden it started to smell really, really, really bad next to me. So I'm going sulfur or something else. All of a sudden in the woods next to us, we can hear the branches cracking like pow, pow, pow. We're freaking out. We're going like, what the hell is going there? All of a sudden,
Dom, as long as you say it's not a demon, Dom. Dom.
no. What
Or
we
a
think,
skinwalker.
around there's apparently rumors of Bigfoot. I'm not saying it's that. Okay, we haven't found.
But there's rumors of Bigfoot in the area.
There's rumors of Bigfoot in that neck, exactly where we're investigating. Right behind that one small part of the woods, there's a farm there with cows. The cows were screaming like hell. So have they seen what we heard or stuff like that?
Be
But
right back.
I'm telling you, the smell was like really, really, really bad. So yeah, a couple of times like that in my house, in my own house, I got pushed by actually a spirit that wanted my attention, but I didn't want to give him. So I was walking, he gave me a push, and I end up with a lump on my head and got knocked out. So
Somebody's definitely getting evicted.
So
Yeah.
Gordon's going like, what? Yes, my house is haunted. There's a plane crash that occurred here where my house is. My house was
Right.
built on top. You can, if people do not believe me, you can go and punch in. I'll tell you where I live. I live in Blainville, Quebec. So if you punch in plane crash, Blainville, Quebec, you'll see the story on the 29th of November, 1963. A DC-8 crashed and killed 118 people. My house is built on top.
That makes for some entertainment.
It does. And as you can see in the back, I have lovely haunted dolls, especially the red one that's there. Sometimes
Right.
her head will turn and watch the screen to see what's going on.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
what makes it haunted, Dom? I want to know what
The
makes
doll,
that.
I'm still investigating on it.
Yeah.
I'll explain her story like quickly. I don't want to take all the time on your show, but
That's fine. I don't. That's fine. We got a
so
lot of time.
I see an ad for a haunted doll that for sale at a really good price.
Mhm.
I go, or the doll, but the doll was already old. So I said, "Oh, the doll's a collection, a collection doll. I do collect dolls, old dolls, and stuff like that." So
Right.
she's from 1920.
Oh
So
wow.
I said, it could be a good a collectible doll, but it's also haunted. So why not get it? So I went to the lady's house to get the doll. It's two cities next to the city I live. So I go there, get the doll, bring out the door. I have the money in the hand. You know, it's about 7, 8 at night. It's nighttime. I'm going to a lady's house full of tattoos, big dude. You know, I don't want to scare her, so I have the money in my hands, and like I'm holding the money. So when she looks into the door, she'll see the money. She opens the
Oh, the
door,
queen.
and
Yeah.
she's shaking. She has the doll in her hand, and she's shaking.
You scared the shit out of her.
No, I give her the money. She gives me the doll. So when she
Yeah.
gets the doll, I come to say thank you, ma'am, for selling me the doll and have a nice evening. And she fucking slammed the door in my face. Like good
She was
riddance.
scared
Let's get rid
shitless,
of the
man.
doll. But
Like
that's
get the
so when that happens, I take the doll, put her in the bench, and I'm a baby with dolls, so I sit her in the front passenger side, put the seatbelt on, all the shebang and stuff like that. Start driving on the highway. I have 45 minutes to do on the highway before getting home. I'm driving and all happy. I got my doll going back home. All of a sudden, the doll starts moving in the car. I go, what the I don't know this doll.
Okay.
I don't know where she. What's the story behind her? I just know she's haunted, and she's in my car moving. Is she gonna grab the steering? Is she gonna do something that we're gonna get in a crash or something? I'm freaking out. I'm driving on the highway and going like, "Yeah, move, you bitch! I'm fucking kicking you out of the car." Sorry,
You'll end up on Highway 15 as fast as you went.
yeah. So I'm like jetting home. So when I get home, I take her, put her in the living room, take all the equipment out, K2 stuff like that, and start asking questions. Who are you? What's your name and stuff? Her name is Kimberly Young. She's 6 years old. And the rest, I'm trying to find how she died and why is she stuck on that doll. Is that her doll? Was it, or she just got it as a vessel or stuff? So I'm still working on that. But yeah, she does. She will call names. I did a live in my backyard, and people on chat were getting their names called from Kimberly. So you can go if you go on my channel, you can see there's it's called Haunted Dolls. It's 9 minutes long. You'll see the story of Kimberly Young for the moment. So I'm still working on something.
That is fucked up, Tom. That is screwy.
It is. The black block on top there. What you see, it's a coffin. It's a voodoo doll, a haunted voodoo doll. That's my lovely friend Margot, and she doesn't fuck up.
Well,
if you're impolite with her or you're disrespectful, she will shut down your life. She will cut down anything. We did that. We did a live. There's a friend of mine that lives like 20 minutes from my house. He has a haunted doll called Anna. So, and we have a friend in France. So we decided to try to him ask questions to the dolls here so they would respond. Margot doesn't like Anna, apparently. So she decided she had enough of Anna. She closed down the live. We couldn't broadcast, we couldn't stream, we couldn't open our internets, nothing whatsoever. And that's on the live. You can go see. You'll see. Even the guy in France is like, he's my mom. Yeah.
Jeff, you'll recognize that black box, won't you? What does that black box look like?
That's an ammo box.
An ammo box, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a if it looks
Ain't
like
that a
a
grenade
an ammo
box?
box for a Russian 7.62 by 39 ammo.
So I picked that up, and I picked that up at a flea market. This old flea market in the middle of nowhere, and I picked it up, and I just put movies in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because one time I came up here to the studio. That was open, and the movies were piled on my desk, on my computer desk here.
I hope you got the message. They don't want no movies in that
And
box.
I'm going, okay, my wife's playing a game here. Okay, she was in here. She was fucking with me or something, right? I asked her. So, did you do this? She's like, no. I go, well, fucking. There's nobody else here who would do this. They're piled. I'm like, what the hell? So now it's known as the haunted box.
The haunted box. I'm kind of forbidden by my girlfriend to have anything haunted here. But coming back
Seriously,
to,
I'll send you a teddy bear.
yeah, right.
I'll send you the teddy bear in there. It's a teddy bear.
He won't pass it to council. They're talking about being uneasy in places like we were talking before, like Gordon was saying. Just recently, I went to the Monroe House, and that place is really weird because being on ground floor, everything was fine, everything was good. I had a great time. I went to buy a pizza, ate pizza, went around. But as soon I was getting in the stairway, going up the stairs on the second floor, that was another ball. Every time I was going up the stairs, I had a feeling somebody was following me, and going down the stair was the same. And being on the second floor, I had the feeling somebody would like pop out of a room anytime, and I was alone in the place. It's like, why do I have that feeling downstairs? It's the same house, but I have more activity on the second floor than the first.
Do you remember the movie? What's the movie? The Wanderers. Do you remember the movie The Wanderers with Ken Wall?
My God!
And,
if I saw the couple of clips, I would probably.
And in the movie, it's based in the 50s with the gangs, and all that.
I was going
New York City, and there was a gang in there called the Baldies. Where our gang of Baldies is about to be to go up in numbers here in a few minutes. In a few minutes, we're about to be joined by another Baldy.
5 Baldies.
5 Baldies.
Is that allowed? Is that legal? I don't know if that's legal.
Yeah, I know. Holy baldness.
Jesus.
Hey, put your sunglasses. It's not the sun, it's her head.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just crazy, man. That's crazy,
There's other
Tom.
places that I would investigate, and I don't feel uneasy, but I will have ton of activity. But I don't know. Could it be just the bad entities that make me uneasy more than and everything? Alex!
Alex!
What's going on, boys?
Alex,
What's going on?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Dom, this is Alex. You haven't met Alex yet, have you?
Hi, Alex.
How's it going?
Doing fine.
We were just talking about. Dom's got
our sexiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Baldies, right? The Baldies. But Don was just talking about his haunted doll collection. He's got some haunted dolls there in the background.
I have a lot of
Nice.
not
Haunted objects. Just
yeah,
haunted
haunted
objects.
objects. I have different stuff. I have stuff from the real catacombs. I have bullets that have served in in a murder that were taken out of the body, and one was kept on the side and was given to me. So yeah,
He's getting killed.
eh?
Are you hearing the fireworks in the background?
Oh, that's
Yep.
fireworks. All right.
Fireworks,
I
yeah. It's
thought it was
Victoria.
gunshot.
It's
I think
yes,
it's funny how we
Victoria
talk about
Day weekend.
gangs, and next thing there's like bullets being shot, and
We're talking
so
about.
I don't know what
We're
we've got
talking
into
about
here.
It's my ammo box. It's on fire.
Gord was talking about experiences seeing maybe full body apparitions and stuff like that, and me and Jeff were saying like we're not sure about our lady. Another case that happened to me was in Ontario, in Kingston at Fort Henry.
Yeah, Fort Henry. Yeah.
I go in there, and Steve, in Fort Henry, people dressed as actors and actresses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the ladies were dressed in like a purplish dress with a white, wraparound on them. Obviously, the men were dressed as soldiers and stuff like that, and stuff. So I'm walking in the yard of the cemetery, and I'm doing like the round to go to the schools and the bakery. So I'm outside, and right in front of the school class, there's a lady there on the side of the door. She's like resting, her back, her head on the side of the door. I'm looking at her, and she's dressed as a person of the period.
Mm-hmm.
I go, okay, must be the teacher. She's waiting to explain, what's happening in the class and stuff like that. But what's funny with her, she's dressed all in black and white. Nothing to do with the ladies that were around the forts in purple and white. So I go, okay, must be because she's the teacher or the head of, the wife of, at the time, the general that was there. So I'm walking, and all of a sudden I come on in the classroom. I can't find that lady dressed in black and white. So I'm going like, yeah. Then I see a purple lady come in. She starts explaining the class. I go, I have a funny question for you. I go, there was a lady on the side of the door. She was dressed in black and white, period dress. She's looking at me. She goes, don't know her. I go, yeah, but, she was at the door. She goes, we don't know her. She goes, the ladies that do the tours are dressed in purple and whites. She goes, we never had black and white dresses. So I'm like, what did I just see? But I took a picture of it. So I'm going at home. I'm driving from Kingston back to Blainville, and I'm going like, I can't wait to get home. I need to see that picture. On that picture, I'm gonna have to find that picture and send it to you guys. On that picture, you clearly see the lady in black and whites. She's dressed with a black thing with a white, like a maid.
Now I want to see it.
When you look at her, she has full arms, everything, but she has no feet. She's resting on the door without feet underneath her. You can clearly see underneath what's inside the school class underneath her.
Hey,
like I said a couple of times, Fort Henry, in the middle of the night, it's 4:35 a.m. with another group I was with. It's me and the leader of that group. We're taking temperature measurements and EVPs. In the EVP, you can clearly hear me say to the guy, it's, let's say, 15 degrees here. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, you hear a chant. It's a choral from the class. Children they're singing a song. It's 4:35 in the morning, and there's no kids in that fort. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
like a at one time there's a graveyard here in Quebec. It's an abandoned graveyard and abandoned church. It's called Rivière la Gare.
Hmm.
It's really popular and it's really haunted. And I go there for the second time, film a video there with a couple of friends. But while editing, I don't hear that little giggle of a children right in the middle of the investigation. It's one of my buddies with whom I was investigating that night. He say, "Hey Jeff, listen to this." And I made a freaking short out of it because it was so obvious. You can hear the giggle of a child.
Yeah.
And we are four grown men in the place. I'm gonna go and on my YouTube page and I'll pull it up, the short.
Alex, I was we were talking earlier about the Spruce Lane and Gord's experience there on the stairs, and then
Mm.
he alluded to
Yeah.
yours. You just tell the guys about the experience that you've had at the Spruce Lane.
Well, it was a scenario where we went to this investigation, and I was feeling sick to begin with. And when we went inside the house, um, I started getting even more sick. And I didn't attribute it to anything weird in the house. It was just, I was sick already. So I sat down on the staircase and just sort of waited there until the investigation was over. And when we left, it was kind of weird because I started feeling better. I was still sick, but I started feeling better the minute we left the house. So that was the situation there. It was just kind of weird.
Really weird. Really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, you get some. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. So just listen, you're gonna hear a child giggling.
Who's coming? Tell us.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, I heard something.
Who's coming? Tell us.
I hear the little kid voice.
Yeah. And there's no kids. You hear my friend Ben asking a question?
Who's coming? Tell us.
I don't hear a word. All I hear is
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was no kid present that night.
oh no way.
No, there was my friends, the Outcast. There are Matt, Ben, and Alex, and me. That's it.
A place that I'd like to go in, and I think maybe Alex and Gord would be interested in this place, is the Beck House, and you've been there. You've been there.
Yeah, I've been there, and yes, the place is habited. There's tenants on the first and the second floor, but when you rent it, you rent the third floor. There's nobody above you, and you clearly hear footsteps in the attic. And I did an Estes method with my friends from Paranormal XP, yeah, the girls from Ontario, and that was Paige's sixth time in the place, I think, and Tara was her fifth time in the house. And Paige was doing an Estes, and Carl Beck, the owner and the one who built the town, basically, he had trees on like all around his house, and especially on the left side of his house. And those were precious to him because the guy was a lumber tycoon. For him, wood was really important, and those trees were really important to him. But those trees got cut down, I think, a couple of days prior to when I arrived to do the investigations. And my friend Paige was having like my dreams and stuff like that. And at the same time on Spirit Talker, we had the name Carl written with a K, exactly like he wrote it. and everything was pointing towards Carl Beck that was trying to come over and say, "Hey, why did they cut my trees?"
Okay, so Dom, you said you want me to show this picture. Okay, so explain this picture.
Okay,
I'll
it's
show you. Oh,
the
hold on,
place
let me
where the place Hardy was talking about, Riviera La Gare. Okay,
because I'll automatically tell you what I'm thinking.
the
But
same place, the
Oh
same
yeah,
place where Harley got his thing. Can you tell me what's on top of there?
that's a bug. That
Long like
are you talking about that light, that squiggly line?
yeah, those triangles on top.
Those on top of what, the building, or are you talking
because
about?
in front of the church you
Yeah,
still have the pointy part of the church,
yeah.
but they
In the sky. I'm talking in the sky.
it's not
You're
jagged
talking
like
about
that.
this here, right?
Yep.
So that is a bug. That is a bug, and one thing that okay. So was this captured on video or photography?
The camera.
Okay, what kind of camera?
At the time, this was I'm trying to remember, Canon.
A Canon, and what were you using, a low lens? Like what?
It was actually one of my investigators that took that pic, a lady. She took that pic, so I think she was on just regular settings.
You know, the
These
funny
these
the the
these
funny part.
these photos sparked photos and videos sparked what's known as the rod revolution.
Mm-hmm.
People call them rods, but
Yeah,
actually, what you're capturing, actually capturing a bug, most likely a moth in flight, and I've seen this many times, many
but
times.
the hard part is that the bug is following the same pattern as the pointy part at both ends of the church.
Okay, let
That
me let me look at this here again.
if you zoom
I
in,
see,
you'll
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. And I'm looking, and I'm blowing. Okay, so you guys can see the blown up part. Let me just
Yeah.
let me just. So yeah, and that's
Actually,
bait.
when I saw that picture, I thought it was a flock of birds. Like when the ducks leave for the south, they do like a line.
Yeah.
I thought it was that at the beginning. Then the rods, the people started talking about rods, but I'm not I'm not sure about
Like
that.
I'll give you an example of in motion. Okay, so hold on.
Jeff, you're
Let me.
muted.
that would be a bug because the line in the middle, that's the body that goes, and the sensor is when it capture the picture, especially in low light, it will capture like a sequence of pictures,
Yeah.
and you will draw one picture out of it. But if you have something moving in front of it, you'll have a blur.
Well, because it can't
It can't
it's just
focus
moving,
on it.
so it can't
Yeah,
focus. So
it
here
goes so fast.
I'm gonna keep this muted because I don't want
The flash just flashes on the wings because
yeah.
you see the wings on the straight line.
So it's not only a flash, but the IR sensor as
So,
well
so
will
it could be
Yeah,
the
pick
time
this
of
up.
the what we call exposition of the
yeah, but that's the thing. In low light, the camera will take a sequence like you'll see the camera take a picture and going down, but it takes it like a sequence of picture and makes a picture out of all of those. So if you have something moving in it, you'll have a kind of a straight right there.
yeah, I saw it's
And there are so many different uh, examples of this. And you know what? In the beginning, I was fooled. I'm like, okay, this is relatively pretty unique, really interesting. But then, when you investigate it and when you look into it more, you see that it's, as much as you like to think, oh well, this is definitely something. You really, it's like wow.
No, when she came to me with that, first of all, I said, "Did you touch a picture? Have you done something to the picture? Have you played?" She goes, "No, it's already the original from the file." So I said, "Okay, send me the raw and the JPEG. I want to see
Yeah.
both." She sent me, and on both it's still there. So like
Yeah.
I said, I'm not I'm not sold to that it's something paranormal. Then she
Let me.
started. It could be a rod. We figured. I go a rod. First of all, a rod is very rare to catch it by a camera. It's more video wise that you're gonna catch a rod. And secondly, I go big like that. It's not a rod. It's something else. So I never put it.
Yeah, I mean, you can capture rods on in a photo in a digital with a digital camera, especially if you have your say camera or whatever in like multi shot. If you have it in multi shot, it will capture that. But what was I going to say now?
Or if you film in very
Yeah,
high, like in like 60 frame per second to
yeah,
120 frames per second, then you'll see it. But at
yeah,
30 frame per second, it's gonna be a blur.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like I was watching something earlier where this person had posted a security camera night vision, and they're saying, "Oh, is this an orb that I captured?" And I'm like watching it, and I'm like, "No, what you've captured there is simply just a spider climbing down the lens." Because it's right there. The lens can't focus on the spider, so you just have this blob moving down the camera, and that's all it is. But people are like, no, it's an orb. But if you're to go on any fucking Facebook fucking group and tell them that, oh my god, you're the fucking devil.
oh yeah, or certain big YouTubers out there that you'll go on and just say that, well, it's a misconception. You just misinterpreted. No, no, you're wrong.
The problem I've had, and I have to this day, is that a lot of these people can't handle scrutiny, and you need to. Hey, look it. There needs to be a voice of reason with a lot of this stuff, and people just can't handle that.
Listen, it's a ghost. I said so. End of story.
And
It happened, man. It happened. I was there.
Okay, gentlemen, I have to hit the road.
All right, Alex. Take care, buddy. Nice seeing you, man.
Hey,
See you,
take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bless.
hey, the balloons.
Yeah. One big thing that happens like that, as you say, is people are gonna send you material, are gonna send you
All the
pictures,
time,
are gonna
all
send
the
you
time.
videos, EVPs, and stuff like that, asking you, can you tell me what you hear and stuff. You give them the opinion, then they give you a shit of that. No, it's a ghost. I'm telling you, you're asking an opinion. I'm giving you an opinion. I'm not
Yeah.
100% stuff like that. But if I could prove it's not a ghost, well, listen,
I'll prove it.
Well, I mean, that's the problem. You can't, though. I mean, you're dealing with something that's highly unknown. As much, I mean, you can to say a professional sort of expertise sort of standpoint, and photography or video or whatever else. But if you say, well, no, it's not a ghost, I can prove that it's not a ghost, then they say, well, no, you can't because we're dealing with something that's highly unknown.
Oh, you mean like
But
somebody that's absolutely convinced that they have a picture of a demon but won't show anybody in over 3 years because they think it's going to go in a book, but they won't
yeah,
show it to me in case I tear it apart and call it fake?
yeah,
Whatever do you mean? I mean, just randomly throwing that out there if that
Gord,
scenario could happen.
Gord, tell them about your shower curtain experiment.
Okay. Okay. So like we just talked here, Jeff and Dom, how people are just convinced this is paranormal, and then they go on social media and they just feed each other. So I've been banned from almost every paranormal group on Facebook just for merely asking for proof. So I decided one day I was going to do a social experiment. So I have one of these tie-dyed shower curtains. And I noticed the one day when I was in the shower, if I tilted my head just a certain direction, it kind of looks like a face. So I'm like, So I took a picture of it. I posted it in one of the paranormal groups. And I'm like, I've been searching for demons for over 20 years. I've never found one. But lately, I just made the whole horror story. Then now the demon was following me, and I think it's looking at me as I'm in the shower. What do you guys think? The first 6 to 8 comments were, "Are you a fucking idiot? Come on now. No, that's fake." And then all of a sudden, all it took was one person to say, "Oh yeah, I see that. That's evil." Boom, 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 boom. There was like 70 comments after that. I see it too. Yes.
Those people will share it to another. I'm sorry if I say it like that, but one moron will share it to another moron, to another moron, to another moron, and those morons spread it out. But the guys that go and say you're full of shit, he won't share it. He's skipping. But the idiot that goes and, oh wow, I see his face, he'll share it.
But don't forget. I think you're a little bit harsh when saying moron, but don't forget a lot of people do not know about paranormal. What they know about paranormal is what they see on TV, what they see on those fake YouTubers and stuff like that. So they take that for granted that that's paranormal. So when you come back with real paranormal, they'll say all sorts of things because they're not educated enough.
I think the moron bit though, Dom, is simply that when you try to educate somebody and they are getting very aggressive with you while educating them about what's really going on.
Those are morons.
I think that's what I think that's what Gord's talking about.
I took kind of a step back recently, not just because my studio is not ready, but even in chats and stuff like that. Like usually I'm really present, but it's now it's like, I don't know, not a war, but how can I put it? There's good debunkers, and you have the ones looking for bullshit or just being mean to others. And
absolutely, and there always has been that, Jeff. There always has been.
But I don't know recently, and especially because
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yep.
More and more you'll see the fake paranormal investigators saying, "Okay, fuck this. I'm going back to whatever I was doing before."
Yeah.
Because you'll see, and you even have, oh my gosh, crying out his poor eyes that his views are down.
Yeah.
Even 135,000 views, poor little him, his views are down. But
oh my god, yeah.
But you'll always have those people that will pretend, and that is normal. You have pretenders in every freaking phases of society.
Well said.
Yeah.
But slowly and slowly, you'll see the fakers go, especially on YouTube, go away. But the thing that I don't like is legitimate investigators calling out other legitimate investigators, just trying to tarnish them, to get dirt on them, just to
Yeah.
get them down, just to build themselves up and get the other one down. It's like we're all freaking aiming for the same goal. Why? Like the bad apples are going away. Why aren't we all rowing in the same freaking direction instead of tearing off each other?
Oh, I can answer that one. What the hell was his name, Mister? Camera guy, crazy dude. Everybody wants to be the person that comes up with the ultimate evidence.
Yeah.
Happy Hacker, that was his name.
Oh yeah, happy hacker.
Won't say his real name, but he
No.
was one of those that he would attack every single paranormal group in his area because he wanted to be the most famous one. He wanted to be the celebrity.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that throughout the 20 odd years I've been doing this. Like Steve and I met we had opposite groups, and we had precisely, Jeff, the attitude you're talking about, that we should all work together. But yet there was other groups that sprung up in my area that I remember the one day my daughter took her friend to see a haunted location, and there was 2 paranormal investigators that told them to go away because they were doing a paranormal investigation. Not like, hey, come over here, let's see this. Like in the Bugos Tunnel, which is a famous urban legend. I don't care. It's not haunted.
Yeah, well, it's like, yeah, it's a public place where everybody can go, but people want to appropriate this place instead of sharing it. And yeah, I can't really understand it, and that's the wrong way to do it, because people are, well, I want the Holy Grail. I want to be famous. I want to be the next, I don't know, some of those famous ones, just so you know, they had friends. They had friends with positions, and mostly positions in the media. So that's why they're known.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna I'm gonna throw a name out there, and I know people gonna throw stones at me, and I don't care.
I got you.
You have mediums, all right? You have the pretend ones, and you have the ones that when they talk to you, you go and say, "What? How did you know that?" And they don't know shit about you, all right? So you have one, the most famous one of all, Patty Negri. She's a drunk.
Oh God, that doesn't surprise me.
She's like, every time I see her, she's like, the lady's drunk. She is not like in trance. She's drunk. Am I the only one seeing that?
I didn't hear the name. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry, Jeff.
And people go and believe her, and she goes around with freaking and it's not that I don't believe in dowsing rods. I will believe in dowsing rods, the one made of copper, or the one that have a history. She have fucking glowing sticks
Oh God.
as dowsing rods. They're electronic devices. I'm sorry, dear, but if you're telling me you're not controlling them, you got lights, you got electricity in those. I'm sorry, but you're full of shite.
Wholeheartedly.
Who was that person?
Patty Negri. And I'm not afraid of the crowd.
Okay.
I'm not afraid.
There's
I've seen 2 mediums in my life that I will tell you that I will truly believe that they are mediums. Once, because they don't advertise shit. They don't go out there, "Oh, I'm a medium." No, they don't tell you. They'll come to you and say, "Hey, you have somebody follow you." And what? Who are you? Where are you coming from? That's the medium. And I have 2 people in my life that they live in 2 different provinces. and they told me the same thing about one of my past lives. And they told me the exact same thing.
You know what? Kudos to you, Jeff, for not being afraid. Because I'm telling you, a lot more that needs to be out there. Because I'm telling you, I've worked with some high profile. I mean, high profile. Um, Mediums, sensitives, you name them. I mean, some very controversial ones, and I know, Gord, you know one of them.
Oh, I pretty much shoot them all down. I've yet to find one that I can honestly believe is true.
You know, I think there's only one. There's only one that I kind of really think that has some sort of ability, and it's tough to really find a somebody who's they're not looking for money.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Automatically, if they're looking for money, you know they're bullshit.
Yeah, because a
And
real medium will never ask for money.
I get it. They do have to make a living, but at the same time, I don't think if they really wanted to help a situation, they wouldn't charge. But it's just like a paranormal group going into a location. Do you feel right about charging?
No, because you
No.
can't prove it to them. You can
I
say
mean,
this, and this I've captured as evidence, but you could say, look, it's a haunted nail, and they might go, no, it's a guinea pig.
Well, it's like,
Oh,
I'll take the Monroe House. The Monroe House is the most affordable location to investigate
Mhm.
because they'll rent it to you as an Airbnb. They'll
Oh,
rent it
nice.
to you
Just like the back
$175.
house, just like the back house, same thing, right?
Exactly. The Beck House, it's this, you're renting the room for the night. You're paying the room, but $175, all right, you're paying a little bit extra because the house is set up to do paranormal investigations. There are no Wi-Fi,
Ooh.
there is no Wi-Fi, and the electricity has been updated and upgraded.
Yeah.
So there's no faulty wires anywhere. And on video, I have my friend Matt Benton going in the crawl space with the owner Eddie,
Right.
and they found bones again.
Oh, no way.
Yes, and when you see on my friend's Matt video, he's gonna release a new documentary really soon. It's gonna be called Evil on Earth, and they found in the basement of the Monroe house in the crawl space bones and one kind of dolls. You know the kind of dolls of the freaking Blair Witch Project,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
but it's the kind of doll offering that you would give, making out of, I don't know, an offering to something, because like Eddie and Matt are saying, the bones are that are there, they are not native to the spot. They were put there because they're not a complete skeleton. It's just pieces of human bones, and they're really old. Could they be
depends on
prior
the.
to the building of the house? Because
Mhm.
the region in Indiana, it's really it's a region that was really populated by the native, and when the Quaker came, they just like wiped them away. But then again, but everything is made in the place to really not pollute not pollute your investigation. So you won't have anything triggering your devices for anything. And I had one doll. I kid you not. I can't wait to have my office. I was in the second floor. There's a room full of dolls and toys and a big, massive Ouija board. It's a table. and they even put a sign: use the Ouija board at your own risk. And I was doing like a session right there and asking questions and doing an EVP session. Right in the middle of listening in the EVP, there's a doll on the shelf. You know the kind of doll you wind up and it go ding 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 ding, plays music. But that doll did one thing, and especially when I was talking about bad spirits. And when I asked a question about a bad spirit, my music box was going off and that doll dinged a couple of times. And all the time I was going around, walking in the room, setting up my cameras, nothing, not a sound from that doll. I was sitting down and it decided to go off. That was really strange. And my music box was pointing at the hallway, and I had the impression that somebody was standing there. And every time I had the impression somebody was standing there, my music box would go off.
Here's a place that I went to.
Michael!
Yeah, here's a place that I went to years ago that I'd love to go back to, but I don't know. I don't think they're still active anymore, but this place is fucking crazy. Let's see. And it's not too far. It really isn't too far. There you go. There you go, man. Right?
Maryland?
The Valentin Museum. This place is
Why does it ring a bell to me?
fucking because they've been on the lowdown for years. But this place they originally opened up their doors for investigators to come in, but have since, I think, closed the doors. I don't know if they're still open to the public or not, but
Can we
this,
at least call them? Because I was just
yeah,
about when
Victor,
and how much.
they're in Victor, New York, which is about maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive from where I'm at. So you guys, you're looking at about a 7 hour drive. You guys,
New York, 6.
No, but
Well,
it's
depends.
upstate New York. It's upstate New York, probably
it's
near
upstate
Buffalo.
New York. It's not far from Rochester.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
not too
I'm,
far from
I'm
Rochester.
about 8 hours from Rochester.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm about 8 hours. Yeah.
yeah. It's not too far from Rochester. It's about.
Well, we can, like, if you still have the details, I love those really underrated and
Oh, this place is crazy.
under
It's crazy.
investigated places because
It's crazy.
those places are, in my opinion, yes, the places that everybody goes, they are active or people rent them active. But when you go to places that not many people go,
They're
sometimes,
still active.
yes, because they have
Yeah,
a
I'm
according
on
to the website.
I'm on the web page now.
Are you on the webpage? You know.
Oh
And
yeah.
Yeah.
what are they saying?
Hold on. Let me. Museum opens June 2nd, 2024. We have a wonderful, busy summer, and looking forward to the 2024 season that begins on the first Sunday of June. So starting in June, it opens back
Well,
up
in two
to the public.
weeks.
Yep.
In 2 weeks' time. Yeah.
So
Because I
Jeff,
love those places.
I'll send you the link, Jeff, so you can.
Cheers. Give me a
so
thumbs
so
up.
so guys, are you interested in a collab investigation?
I am. I am. But yeah, I'm ready to set it up. Early June, I'm going to New Brunswick. Second weekend of June, I'm going to New Brunswick. I have a friend that is shooting a movie right now. Well, he'll be shooting on that weekend, and I'm going over there to kind of support him on one day of shooting. And I will go on an island.
I'm up. I'm up to investigate. I just have to check because I do ghost tours and
Yeah, you do the tours there in
Yeah,
Montreal.
he's doing the tours in Montreal.
so that presently we're getting into our season, our big season. So I have to see my
Yeah,
schedule and stuff. But yeah, I would, yeah, I would for a museum. Yeah, well,
yeah.
anything I'm ready
Th-
to
th-
do a
this
collab.
place is
It,
this
that
place
that
is
place
insane.
I heard about that place long time ago, and
Yeah,
it had drifted off of my head. But now you brought it back up. Yeah,
it's Victor, New York is a pretty historical place. It's in a historical. It's along, not too far from the Erie Canal. Not too far from the Erie Canal. So I mean, it's in a, and the museum itself sits pretty much by itself on top of a hillside,
Oh, it's
off.
just 6 hours from me.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that bad of a drive.
Mm.
So I don't know. Do you still have your passport, Gord?
I do.
Would this be something that interests you?
It would. Indeed.
So maybe there's a couple weeks in July that I'm off limits. I can't do it because I'll be in New York myself in July. But I mean, if you guys want to set, we could probably set it. What's their season go? I don't know how long their season goes till. Let's see,
hold on.
but I don't know. We have to see. I don't know if they actually allow paranormal investigations at the place anymore. That's the thing.
Well, we'll just go.
Yeah, we'll just go to the
I'll call.
museum. No, we're just here for a tour. It's fine.
No,
Yeah.
but I'll call. I'm gutsy enough to.
There
I'll
you go.
ask.
All right,
Last time I
Jeff.
went.
Jeff, you've been nominated.
Last time I went to Indiana, and if you want to go and visit it because it's really a nice museum, it's in
The Jim Jones one.
yeah, but I would. That's where the town where I was staying at the hotel when I went investigate the church where Jim Jones received his first Bible in Lynn. I was
Did,
staying in Richmond, Indiana, and in the town of Richmond,
did you
Indiana.
drive your bike there? Did you ride your bike there?
No, I went by car, unfortunately. But in Richmond, Indiana, you have a museum. It's called Williams County Historical Museum, and
Yeah,
it's like the Quaker kind of hall. They
yeah.
redone a museum in it, but right beside the museum, they have the original house that was built in that town and the school, and those are available for investigation.
And then
They're
have
really accurate.
have you guys ever been to the Iron Island Museum in Buffalo,
Yes.
New York? I know you have, Gord.
Not me neither.
Yeah,
No.
you guys have never been there either.
No,
I would
no.
suggest the Velaton Museum beforehand because Iron Island Museum is an interesting location, but it's also an equally interesting area of Buffalo. So you gotta be careful in that part of Buffalo.
I want to go to Buffalo. Buffalo's been on my map. I want to go to that train station in Buffalo.
Yeah, the transit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Transit
If I
authority.
go down,
We'll just talk to our good friend Tim Shaw.
I don't know
he'll get us
why
hooked up.
something is calling me since I'm young. I used to live not far from Niagara, Hamilton. I was born and raised there in the Hamilton. So
Oh, really? In Hamilton, eh?
yeah,
Not far at all.
Not far at all. Yeah, exactly.
when I used to go a lot to with my parents to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And one time, my uncle decided to take us from Niagara Falls and make us cross the border to go to the States to visit Buffalo a little bit on the other side. And when we got there, he passed in front of that. And since I saw that building, it's been stuck in my mind. And even now talking about it, is something is like grabbing me inside as soon as I talk about that train thing. I need to go there. So.
There's a place near Buffalo that I really want to go investigate. Is the Greystone Manor.
Greystone, yeah. Greystone Manor. That's
and
another
and, and
interesting.
and there's another place you rent it out as an Airbnb. You rent out the place, a room, and you can investigate the whole house. Because my friends showed they investigated that place and they
Yeah.
showed me a video. You know, "Ah, blue." um, I never saw a cat being like it's physically impossible for a cat being laid to like jump and like it looks like the freaking cat is being picked up and thrown because
Kind
the way it jumps, it's like what? No way.
That's strange.
it
Yeah,
is.
and my friends Lomar and Chelsea, it's a paranormal discovery. If you go when they went to Greystone Manor, they have the clip of the cat jumping, and my friend Angelo. Helpful people say, "What, Angelo?" Well, he's a he's my friend, right?
It's kind of like this cat here. Hold on. Just
Because Angelo showed me the clip on his phone and was like, "My God, how can a cat jump like that?"
If
And
you
I
want
know
a place,
other investigator that went there, they have that clip because the owner of the house, she has cameras all over the place, and you see the cat jumping.
if I could only bring this up larger. Now it doesn't want to play.
Oh, there we go. Oh my!
What the fuck just happened?
Oh, that's
what the hell?
How? Wow!
Play it again. Here we go.
What just happened?
When
It's like somebody picks up the cat and throws the poor
Yeah.
thing.
Literally, the cat is just like, whoop.
he went flying,
Yeah.
like
As soon as he touches the couch, he just like
What the fuck just happened?
the guy is like,
The
like
fuck
the
just
speed is
happened?
like wow.
oh my god, it's like, okay, Jacket goes.
What the fuck just happened?
Wow, how?
what the hell, Brian?
Oh my God.
Isn't that screwed up?
Cross-eyed, have a good night, and
Yeah. Yeah, take care, Laura. Nice seeing you. Take care.
Night, right? Also did
Take
that
care,
raw
everyone.
side.
I
Yeah.
think on that note,
yeah.
friends, I am also going to get out of here.
Yeah, we'll probably end this guy.
Meeting you, and
Take care,
hope
guard.
to investigate really soon with you, my friend.
Wholeheartedly agree. Let's do something.
All right, Gordy.
All right,
Take care, buddy.
guys.
Take care,
See
buddy.
ya.
Yeah, in Hamilton, my hometown, I like going there, once in a while to see my old hometown, and obviously investigates the Hamilton cemetery is
Yeah,
very
that's an interesting. Then you got there's a few places in Hamilton.
well.
You got
Albion Fall, then the Devil's Punch, the
Devil Punch. Yeah, if you could only get into the Hamilton Guest House, that place is pretty fucking cool. We did 2 live shows there. At the
Hamilton Guest House.
Hamilton Guest House. It's a hostel now. It's a hostel
Okay.
now, but holy fuck! I don't know if it's still a hostel, but it was when we.
It is. Well, I'm saying it is. Last time I went there was just before COVID hits,
Yeah.
like the first shot, and it was still a hostel.
Yeah.
but obviously when I got there, it was closed, so I couldn't have access to the place.
Mm.
So I went to the Dundon Castle.
Dundurn Castle. They don't let you in there anymore.
Well, I did.
Did you do an investigation?
Well,
Yeah.
not really an investigation. The guy told me,
Yeah.
listen,
And not legal one.
Yeah,
I
not a
can let
legal
you
one.
in a little bit, explain this and that, but you have like 2-3 minutes in each room. I go, that's not
Yeah.
an investigation. He goes, count yourself lucky that you're from Hamilton and we're giving you a free pass because
Yeah.
it's extremely hard. They have a group over there that does paranormal investigations.
Hamilton Paranormal.
Yeah.
Sorry, Haunted Hamilton. Yeah.
Yeah, Haunted Hamilton will do investigations there at certain part of the time. So that, but yeah, but I
There's
did
there's
I did have access. I have a couple of. I'll try to find them. I have a couple of funny pictures. Not saying it's a ghost,
yeah.
but just they're real funny. They're funny inside the castle. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the grounds, the grounds were used as hanging grounds just in front of the cemetery, the street that's there.
Yeah. There's so many places. I mean,
The other thing that's cool that a lot of people do not know that's in Hamilton is the MC. No, not the MC. Jesus Christ, help me.
Scottish Rite.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not Scottish. It's military. How do you call a boat? MC and Jesus Christ.
HMCS.
HMCS Haida is in Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's a Corvette.
No, it's actually I'm thinking.
If it was used during the Second World War,
It was.
It's a we call it, yeah, it's in French in Corvette. It's in English it's a cruiser, I think. Yes.
Yeah, a cruiser. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was
They
so
call it
yeah.
a battle cruiser. It's a small battleship.
Well, small. Let's say not small, but yeah.
Well, compared to a freaking ironclad or a freaking
Well,
a real battleship.
In Boston. I've been on the SS Salem, U.S. Salem.
Yeah, I was on that.
So
I was on
compared
that.
Yeah, that's a large one.
compared to
Yeah.
the U.S. Salem, compared the U.S. Salem to the Haida, I will say it's Haida is a smaller boat than the U.S. Salem.
It's
Just-
like they have
Just
one
a little
in-
bit, but yeah.
They have one in Toronto near Exhibition Place. It's
Near
like
the
a
exhibition.
kind
Yeah.
of-
Yeah.
because it's the kind of ships that Canada had during the Second World War. The largest ships we had were cruisers. We didn't have no battleships like freaking with massive guns like
I've been
12-inch guns.
my uncle's in the Navy, Canadian Navy. He's a admiral, or I don't know. He's high rank in there. And we went to when we went to the States. It was in Boston. We went on. They had a special day for the Army, Canadian
love
Army
Boston.
and American Army coming together. Shaking hands and stuff like that. And they brought us on. Jesus Christ! How do you call those flat boats with planes on top?
An aircraft carrier.
Air carrier.
It was the Boston something air carrier. That thing is like a building on the sideways floating on the water. Jesus
There's
Christ!
cities.
Have fucking
There's
mess.
cities, man. I love Boston, and you know what? Fucking, there's so much shit in Boston, and of course, not too far.
I like
not
Boston.
too far from there is obviously Salem.
Well, also
Oh,
Harvard.
and there's another place that
Yep.
everybody goes to Salem, but right near that place, there's a little town named Sleepy Hollow. And
Sleepy.
it's
Well,
really
Well,
haunted.
hold on.
it's down. That's south more. That's
Sleepy
south
Hollow,
If you take the
along
real
the Hudson Valley.
if you take the real map, Sleepy Hollow would be in the old Salem map.
So I stayed in.
I'll
Sleepy
try to
Hollow.
find it, Jeff. I'll send it to you.
because I'm kind of following the Facebook page of the town of Sleepy Hollow,
Yeah.
and they really advertise really paranormal
Oh, they do.
investigating. They allow people to investigate the famous bridge where the headless horseman,
Yep.
where all that story grew.
Mhm.
There's the whole
Beautiful little town,
church.
man.
The,
Beautiful little town.
oh, I
I
fell in
love.
love.
I was there. I was there the year before. The year before 9/11. Actually, we stayed in
Oh
Sleepy
my!
Hollow.
Oh right.
It was absolutely beautiful, man.
That's a
But
place
you're
I
right.
would.
Boston's a great place, except the hockey team. So yeah.
Ah!
Listen. I love Boston. Like I said, as a city, I had family that lived there for a couple of years, so I was used to going to Boston, New York, and stuff. But the Boston Bruins, nah, I can't. Celtics,
It's a great place to go see a fucking ball game at Fenway.
Oh,
Fenway
I
is
would
such a
love.
great ballpark,
My
man.
dream is to go watch one time in
I
my life
fucking love that
a
ballpark. I've been there
baseball
a couple
game
times. I
at
fucking love
Fenway.
it. I love that ballpark,
Oh,
man.
I
Such a
will
great ballpark, man.
I will buy my
I'm a
Boston
huge,
hat.
I'm a huge fan of
The Red
Boston,
Sox.
of the Red Sox, and
Yeah.
also the LA Dodgers. But
Oh
my
yeah.
American team is the Boston Red Sox.
Ah, gotcha. Gotcha.
So that's why I'm saying I like Boston, but I
Yeah.
don't like the Bruins. But there's a big cemetery.
See, I'm a Leaf fan, but I love Boston. You know why? Because I grew up with Bobby Orr, man. Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr, number 4.
I
You
used
just
Bob.
to
named
be
you just named two teams I do not like at all.
I know.
I used to be a big Nordiques fan, but now, well, the
Even
team
worse.
doesn't exist. The team doesn't exist anymore. They went to Colorado, but there's a team that I love right now, and I kind of predicted they would won the Stanley Cup in the first 10 years of their existence. Is the Vegas Golden Knights.
Nah.
Yeah, and they did it. They
That
did
team
it, right?
was
They
They,
did
they,
it.
so
they have a good team. They have a good
They
team.
was so underrated. The first year in the NHL, they go to the freaking Stanley Cup final.
Well, that's what happens when you get, you have to
You
pour
got
so much
it.
fucking money into a team now. Holy
Well,
fuck.
no, the guys were all kind
Seattle,
of
though, is the
underrated.
opposite.
They were kind of
The only thing
underrated players that were kind of sleepers, and they went like, yeah, you got rid of me. Look at this, and they all rally up together,
I
and
like.
they went and last year they won the freaking trophy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Kudos
I'm
to
not.
them.
I'm not bashing against Vegas. They have a good team, but their
So-
sweaters are fucking ugly.
I
Sorry,
know.
I love
sorry.
them. I
That
love them.
yellow shit one.
Come on. Vegas and
The golden
fucking
one is
Nashville.
good.
Nashville. Anyways, who's going to win the cup this year? Who do you think is going to win it this year?
Oh my!
Dallas is gonna win.
You think Dallas is
are
going to win it?
strong. They're strong.
They're strong.
They're really strong.
You don't think the
But I
Rangers?
predict. Well, we're gonna see later on. Edmonton, I think, is playing.
Well, the Oilers.
I hate the
The
Oilers.
Oilers
I
have
can't
good-
stand the fucking Oilers.
They got good players. They got kids.
Yeah,
they
but
got
so does Vancouver, though. Vancouver is a little bit
Vancouver,
more of a
yeah.
balanced team than Edmonton. I don't know. I think Edmonton is, or I think Vancouver's going to pull it off.
yeah. Well.
I think what I think is I think you're going to see you're going to see Vancouver and the Rangers in the final.
They just said Brock Besser is not going to play this seventh game. He has
Wow. He has what?
blood clots.
Oh, fucking clots. Yeah, you know what? That shit. That's fucked.
They just said it now. He's
Oh,
not going to
wow.
play. Not going to play in the seventh.
Oh, that's going to hurt them big time.
Sixtus just said something. And
Mhm.
are you close to the Arden Forest? if you are close to the Ardennes Forest, that's one of my dreams, to go spend one night where the Americans, when the 101st Airborne, where the Easy Company, or because the fossils are still there, plant my tent there and do a paranormal investigation right there. That was
Another place, another
people
place,
scared death. Every
another place I
freaking
would like to visit. Obviously, to pay our respects and homage, but at the same time, I'm curious. Is Auschwitz?
Yeah.
yeah, off with but I
Apparently,
don't know.
they started opening up to paranormal activity that groups being
I
there.
would be yes, but morally, I don't know. Just
No, that's
knowing.
what I'm saying. Hold on. When I'm saying
No, no,
paranormal,
no,
I mean
but
paranormal
yes,
for myself.
yes,
Not
I
that I want to
understand
broadcast,
everything of that,
not that I
but
want to broadcast and stuff like that, but also I want
I
to bring pay my respect to
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, well,
people.
yeah, but I totally understand you, and I'm totally with you on that, Dom. But I don't know. I'd rather go on a battlefield
Oh, for
than where
sure, for sure.
people were kind of brought to their death. It's it's the
Oh,
young guys on the battlefield that got cut down by a bullet, and you want to know their story and
you, you know my
their
passion.
last message.
You
But
know my passion for civil war and
uh,
stuff like that. So
yeah,
obviously battlefields are the main thing for me. I just Gettysburg. I have been there a couple of times now. For me,
I
is
fucking love Gettysburg.
oh, Steven, your granddad was a D-Day. Oh my God. I talked
I freaking love Gettysburg.
Yeah,
I
I love.
talked to one veteran a couple of years back.
Yeah,
That was a veteran that was at Juno Beach. He was on in
Juno. Yeah.
it's a regiment we have here in
God
Quebec
damn
called Régiment de la Chaudière, and they were in the barges, and he told me every freaking detail. I wasn't
my,
there, and
my fucking grandfather.
I
My
practically
grandfather
pissed
was
my
there.
pants.
He was shot. He had to pull out
Also,
because
also,
his encampment was hit, and he had fucking shrapnel in his fucking ass. Can you
Yeah.
fucking
both my
fuck? He had to pull
grandfathers,
out, man.
both my grandfathers. This is not something that I brag about like every
Yeah,
single Friday freaking day. I'm part Italian. I'm part Canadian. So both my great grandfathers fought on both sides.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, the Italian. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
still, it
Well,
doesn't matter. I mean, that's
well, apparently, my grandfather wasn't for the war, but apparently it was forced upon him on the Italian side.
well, that's the thing.
It was that or concentration camps directly for the Italians
I
over there.
mean, that's the problem with the Italians. They had to deal with fascism, right? And fascism
Yeah,
went.
and their army, like it's yeah, it's like you join the Axis. It's like all right, but you have like the less strongest army in the whole planet, and like Hitler goes, okay, and go ahead, invade Libya. It's like, come
Yeah.
on, like the Italians against the British. It's like putting Muhammad Ali against a
Yeah.
fucking a homeless guy. It's like, come on. Eh, There's
But
no contest
like
right
you
there.
said, the Italian side didn't have a big army, didn't have a strong army, but at the same time, they had somebody at the power that was in his head. He was like the king of the world and stuff like that. Mussolini was a bad
They had the
person.
equipment. It's just they were undertrained. They were so undertrained. I think most troops in Italy before 1930s were like conscripted, But after
Yeah.
their mandatory military service, they would go back to the civilian life. So active military service, I think they had like less than
So
100,000 active.
if I'm not
It's like,
mistaken, till I think it was 19, but 2000, it was obligatory till you have 25 to do 2 years of military service.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you
it's
do
still
not
the
do
same.
that,
It was,
yeah, if you did not do that, it was prison. They would
yeah.
catch you and send you to prison because it was a duty for your country.
And
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
wasn't in
Now,
France. Like really recently, I had a friend. He had to go back in France to do his mandatory 2-year service
yeah, it happened. It happened to a couple of people that
at
I
18 years
knew.
old.
They were living here. They moved from that country. They came back here to Canada. When they went back on vacation, they scanned his name and saw he didn't do his military service. So, thank you, my friend, you're going to get shot.
Yeah.
Going
You're going.
back.
You're going back.
So
We're keeping you here. So
Yeah.
so he had to do that for 2 years. He was stuck over there in the country for 2 years to do
Damn.
his military service, to come back here to Canada, where his family was, his kids and stuff like that. It was fucking stupid. But there's still countries, probably to this day in 2024, that it's still mandatory to do your 2 years of services.
Well,
Then you're on what they call call.
on call.
When the country goes to war, you're brought back to
hey, I've been 7 years. I've been declassified, and if I go enlist right now in the Canadian Armed Forces, they would take me back. They are so much in need of personnel right now. They are taking people with freaking tattoos in
Yeah.
on their faces.
Yeah.
I've seen people with long hair now.
And that was unthinkable.
Oh, yeah.
That was unthinkable.
Hold on.
I saw a guy in Gagetown.
A guy, not a
in
girl. A guy.
A
Guy.
And I went to see him, and I went to say, "Hey, hi, I'm a veteran. I went to shake his hand and said, well, thank you for your service." And the guy said, "Well, thank you." And I just went, "Well, a little visit to the barber shop wouldn't help."
You said
And
that?
he just looked at me and said, "Why are you saying that?" Well, it's kind of long there, Corporal. And the guy was
Yeah.
just a corporal. And he went like, "Well, that's not mandatory anymore."
Oh wow!
And I went,
Holy
"What?
Fuck!
What the?" So
We'll just
if
take
you're
out the local Burger
you'll
King
go in the
recruit.
field, and I just told him, like, you'll go in the field with that mop on your head, you'll get
Damn.
lice in 5 minutes, buddy. And the guy just went, "Well, they'll send me to the medics." Like, it just gave me like, it's like, what the fuck?
People are fucked up now.
How
man.
the fuck?
It's the way things
Yeah,
are.
Army,
It's-
and people told me, I had a friend that did 31 years, and he saw the
I see.
transition. He saw the freaking transition between the 90s and the 2000s. And he told me, the Army you knew, that's not that anymore.
No,
That's not
long gone, long gone. It's just like everything in society, though. It's all changed now. All of it.
Jeez.
All of it.
They can
Yeah.
grow a beard, and they have to have their neck clean, and it has to be a certain length.
Yeah.
But now they allow beard. I've been shit on so many times because I didn't shave.
I was about to say that if you're not properly shaved, they would
No,
get
hey,
Yeah.
go
but
wash
I
the
went-
waterings, go peel the potatoes and stuff, man. Go dig holes and yeah.
Yeah.
What the
I
fuck?
got my sorry ass in 2 days in the brig because I said I
Oh.
answered that. Sergeant went, "Did shave this morning?" I said, "Yeah, I shaved." He said, "Don't fuck with me. Did shave this morning?" I said, "Yeah, I shaved this morning. Technically, I didn't went to bed yet." I stayed the night all the night up. So technically, I shaved in the morning.
Well, on that note, guys, I'm going to end this. You guys,
All right.
Oh boy.
yeah, you
And
guys
this, if you have the chance to go in
check out,
unabandoned
check out.
parks,
Hey, Exploring Harley, get it out there. Get the YouTube out there, and same with you, Dom.
yes, yes, I'll get.
Throw your YouTube channel out there.
Oh, my
Oh, you
YouTube
Yeah,
want
yeah,
channel. Well,
guys, so throw your YouTube channels out there. Come
it's
on.
exploring Harley. Go ahead and watch
Hold
it.
on.
Yes, I
Hold on.
haven't dropped.
I'll put both in the chat. Hold on.
Oh, thanks, Dom.
Do,
I'm
do,
on.
do, 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 do.
Thank you, Dom. Yes, exploring Harley.
Hold on.
Go on. Check me out. I go everywhere in North America, and if I can go
Yeah.
elsewhere, I'll go. And haven't posted anything
Oh, I
well
can't.
lately. Oh,
I
you're
can't
not a
post
mod,
Oh yeah. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll put it
and
up.
I'm
Hold
not a
on.
mod either, so that's why.
No, no, no,
I
no,
put-
no. You. I thought I made you a mod. Hold on a second.
Who,
Oh,
me?
probably.
No.
No, me. I'll check.
Uh,
Check. But, I'll check.
uh,
No, I'm not a mod.
no, I just showed. No.
I just checked.
It's there. It's there now, right? It's there.
I should be.
Dom,
blue.
Dom, you're muted. Dom, you're muted. For some reason,
I'm
you're
what?
muted.
No,
You were
I'm not.
muted there for.
No.
Okay, you're okay. Show. There we go. Is it not
There
showing
you
up?
go. Oh, there. It's showing up here. And I see it on the chat here, but I don't know if we see it on YouTube.
Okay, hold on.
Oh shit.
Let me just. For some odd reason.
Go. Hey, hello.
What's going on? Everybody, are we all screwed up here?
I see Dom's when he put the link.
Dom's
but
not. There we go. There's yours. Dom, where's yours?
Hold
now
on. I'm
the
coming.
link
with it.
is blue. There you go. So go and check it out. And yeah.
Hold on. This is mine.
Because when you post it, Dom, it doesn't show blue
Yeah.
when people go and click it.
Yeah, that's why
It's
I'm
only-
saying I'm not mod. So I didn't
Yeah.
think about that. It's,
Jeff, post it in the chat for a sec. Just go. Hey.
Let's see. Hey.
Okay. I thought I. Oh man, I hate YouTube. Hold on a sec.
Well, you have to go on YouTube to click on my name and make me a mod, or you can add me after the show. You go in your in your settings,
There.
and you can add me as a mod.
I already did. You're a mod.
Thank you.
Here you are.
I say, hey here. There you go. Now I'm a mod, so I'll go and grab Dom's.
So okay, get Dom's thing. Dom. You're welcome in Belgium too. Thank you. I love my U.S. friends. Got family in Texas, and work for NATO. Oh, I love Texas. I've been there a couple times. I love Texas. Great state.
Go. Share.
I've been to the Dallas Cowboys stadium in Texas. So
Lucky you.
uh,
It's another place I would love to go.
Sorry. Where'd you say, Dom?
in Irving, Texas, at the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
stadium.
I mean, I went to see. I was staying in Austin, and I went to go see a Texas A&M game. Man, holy fuck!
College
That
That
was
games.
that
That's
was
man, that
brutal.
was brutal,
I
brutal,
saw
man. The amount
Florida State. I saw Florida State play. I saw Florida, the Gators. I saw Michigan against Michigan State
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Auburn. First time I go to a football match.
college.
It was. I can't even explain in words the
it's hard to
sensation.
explain it. It's just fucking
Yeah.
phenomenal. It's so surreal.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
crazy.
it's insane.
Just the
Yeah.
atmosphere of a foot, and this is college football.
Yep.
It's
They get more fans than NFL does. It's fucking
Oh
insane.
yeah. I
another.
had a colleague with whom I was working when I was working on armored vehicles, and he was a
Yeah.
big college football fan. And he
Yeah.
told me he went to some NFL's game, and he told me the atmosphere in the college game versus an NFL game, it's
So
another
different.
ballgame.
It's,
So
It's so
it's
different.
not
Yeah.
the same thing.
No.
College
If you
game,
want
it's a
something,
freaking party.
Yep.
if you want
It's
something close to the college football games, is the soccer games in Europe.
You
oh,
bet. Yeah. You
I've
well,
been,
you
I've
can
been,
even go to Michigan. Fucking some of the fucking games in Michigan are insane. The
oh yeah.
Wolverines.
well,
Oh my
I saw
god.
both states. I saw the match. Both states won against
The
each other. So
Trojans
Yeah.
against the Wolverines, that would have
Mhm.
been insane.
it was, Jeff. Seriously,
It's
I'm
a
talking
war
about it.
between both colleges.
I'm talking about it, and I still have shivers on my arms.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Like I just see the rivalry between both colleges, not even on a football pitch, because
Yeah.
my friend Tommy Tombstone, he went to
Tommy. Hey
Tommy
How
Tommy
you
went to
doing?
he went to Michigan State
Yeah.
and no to Michigan,
No,
and
he
Yeah.
his
went to
friend
Michigan.
Tommy went to Michigan, but his
Yeah.
friend went to Michigan State,
Yeah.
and they keep pulling their chains. And I'm a big Michigan fan. I'm a
Yeah.
Wolverine fan. I'm a Blue. And not knowing that Tommy he went to that college, well, I just say, like, oh, you live in Michigan. I'm a Wolverine fan. He said, I
Yeah.
love you. I love immediately that I love you.
Yeah, the next game I would like to see both. Well, teams I would like to see. The two next teams I would like to see is Clemson and Alabama.
Alabama.
Apparently, going to those stadiums, especially Clemson, apparently
Probably, yeah.
it's nuts just getting to the stadium and inside the stadium. So, yeah.
All right, guys.
On this, guys, thank you, Steve.
It's been a blast. Thank you both for popping in, and
Thank you.
it was a great chat, and I look forward to possibly doing the collab and shit. And again, come August, if you guys are into the Spruce Lane Farmhouse, just let me know.
Yes, that's a go. That's a that's a goer. That's a major goer.
I know. I'm trying to go to Halifax in October. Hardy is doing something.
Yeah, I'm the symposium. If you are in Eastern Canada, I will be at the Halifax Symposium on October 12th. I think it's around that area. Well, I'll be in at the Halifax.
That's fireworks.
Fireworks.
That's fireworks here. We got fireworks. It's the Victoria Day long weekend.
Victoria Day, yeah.
Yeah, Victoria Day long weekend here. So
yeah, we celebrate the Patriots Day here.
I'm surprised usually here in Blainville there's a lot of fireworks and stuff like that, and
nothing.
I don't hear nothing.
They're fucking insane here tonight, man. They're really insane.
Yes.
All right, guys,
Well,
take care.
Good
On
night.
this, good nights. Yeah, to
Everybody in chat, Sixtus, Steven,
Sisters.
and whoever else. I mean, those were the two very, very active people in the last little bit. So, guys, take care, and we'll see you on the next live coming up with Reeves Cook. Let me just double check here. June 7th with Reeves Cook, and that's at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because Reeves is in the UK. Until then, guys, take care, everyone. Good night. Later.
Good night.
night.